Hey y'all, good to see you again here on Grassroots Garden. I'm Ryan and thought I'd give you guys just a little nursery tour, a little update. Spring is upon us and nothing makes me happier because spring is my favorite time of year. We've got plants busting open, we've got plants being delivered today. Our little Japanese garden area down here is really coming together. So I'll show you guys down here a little bit, then we'll go up to the greenhouse and check out our new delivery of tropicals. We've got a delivery of trees and shrubs coming in later today. Things are really just popping, and I just can't say how much I love spring enough. So we're trying to get ready down here. So I'm going to give you guys just a brief little walk around tour. It's starting to rain on me, of course, right time I hit record. So an abbreviated tour of Grassroots Nursery. This is our third spring. Today is like February the 20th, I think. And so we're going into our third spring here at Grassroots and couldn't be more excited about the customer clientele that we've built. We've just got some amazing customers. Appreciate all you guys' support here on YouTube. If you're not subscribed yet, now would be a great time to do that. I've got just a ton of gardening content planned. We're gonna be gardening at home, we're gonna be gardening here, we're gonna be gardening just everywhere. So let me give you guys this little spring tour here. So we've got a little bit of mulching still left to do. We just ran some irrigation to all of the plantings down here in our Japanese themed garden. Hopefully this weekend I'm gonna get power over to this really cool fountain that I found in Augusta, Georgia a couple years back. My friend Jovi and I just put these little pottery doohickeys, I don't really know what they're called. We just kind of stuck those in the ground. But again, it's starting to rain, so just gonna kind of jump around here real quick and show you guys the creek. It turned out just phenomenal. Jackson and I, on our trip to Brevard this past weekend, found a real neat little pottery stand. So I was just trying to find anything that had kind of a Japanese theme to it. Found that real pretty. Piece of handmade pottery there, and a bird feeder we just hung up. So I'm gonna put some bird seed in it and hopefully get the birds trained to kind of hang out down here for customers and us as well to enjoy. And again, I'm jumping around as I always do, so I'm at the very end of the creek already. But I wanted to show you guys what Ethan and the guys with Amen Corner Ponds did. They put these pavers in down here. Got a really unique little bench. This is kind of like a little meditation area down here. When Dave built this fence, it kind of blocked off all the noise from the road, and then all you get to hear is the sound of this beautiful waterfall right here. So we're going to plant this up and just have a nice little spot for folks to sit and kind of just chill and decompress. We'll see if we can jump over the creek here without falling in. Take a look at Big Mama. This is the Japanese maple that we planted a few months back, and she is busting open. Got some little flowers there. So I'm happy that she made the transplant, because sometimes it's a little difficult moving these big trees. They a lot of times go into a little bit of shock, but it looks like she made it through. And let's see if we can walk up this way a little bit. We're going to do some more plantings all down in here. We got a couple of bare spots. I wanted to save some of the room, you know, just so I could put select plants in different spots, and I didn't want to fill it all up just in one clip. That way we can kind of add to it as we go. But didn't this turn out pretty, y'all? I mean, this really just adds so much character to our nursery, and it can really give people ideas of what they can do in their own backyard. Because this whole area right here, guys, that now looks just amazing with this creek and landscape, it looked like that across the road before. So you know, one of the biggest things about having this nursery is to be able to give folks ideas about what they can create in their own backyard, and just kind of take, you know, some of the ideas that we've done here and include them in their own landscape there at home. We'll go walk through the shade area real quick. Like, we've got some beautiful pieris that's blooming right now. One of my favorite plants. This is a shade evergreen and has these beautiful little bell-shaped flowers in the month of February. We've got some rhododendrons that are just about to bust open, ferns, camellias, you name it, and we've got it here at the nursery. And if we don't have it, we'll see if we can find it for you. A good many Japanese maples. That's kind of my passion, my addiction, if you will. So we've got some Jap maples here, just starting to leaf out. Look how cool this one is. This is a Oinoyama. Look at the beautiful color of those leaves emerging right there. The cherry trees, those are fixing to open up there. These guys down here, well, they've already sold because they had flowers on them. They were just beautiful about a week or so ago. Had beautiful pink flowers. Looks like we got some Jane magnolias that are blooming. Look at that purple. These things really just are like a little firework display in your yard, and one of the first to bloom in the springtime. And we've got magnolias. We got some holes in our nursery right now. We've been making room for that shipment that's coming in today. So not a whole lot is going off just yet. We've got some viburnum. This is the snowball viburnum. They're starting to open up. This plant gets pretty massive. I've seen them get up to around 20 feet. And when they are covered in those white blooms, it's really breathtaking. And our little pond over here is yet to wake up. We've got a lot of pitcher plants planted around it, and just some more Japanese maples. But I really kind of just want to designate this one as the pitcher plant pond because I've got probably 10 different varieties. They're all still kind of in dormancy right now. But I've got so many different varieties down here because my goal is this spring when they flower, I want to take and be able to cross-pollinate them and see if we can't introduce some new hybrids. The fish are coming out of their winter state. They're all hyped up looking for food. And so everybody is starting to wake up for spring. Now we'll take a walk up, see what Dave's got building up here.
Oh, you caught me right in
I caught you.
right in a big mistake.
I didn't film that part, Dave.
Okay.
So Dave's building us a shade structure. We're up here above the nursery. Now you can see our nursery down below. The Japanese garden where we just came from is where Cam and Jovi are riding on the golf cart right now. So come back through the nursery, and then beside our main greenhouse is kind of our annuals area. So we'll have all of our veggies out here, annual flowers. So Dave's got us a nice new structure built here. We're going to put some shade cloth on the top and along the sides. We'll be able to put all of our shade perennials under here and shade annuals like impatiens and stuff like that. Have some benches in there, and then we'll be able to hang a couple baskets along the front as well. And now we'll sneak in the back door of the jungle house, which we've got a good many new tropicals in. Still got our grow facility kind of back here in the back, got it cleaned up. Got some beautiful specimen plants back here that we use for propagation. All the birds, of course, still in here. Larry will probably start squawking in a minute. But this thing has really come a long ways since we first started it a few months ago. Right, Larry? That's right, buddy. But people can just come out here and chill out and look at all the house plants and the kind of the more rare, exotic plants. And hopefully this spring I'm gonna put a few little fish in our pond there. Waterfall's still doing good. Oh, we got this beautiful orchid that opened up. That's a Fred Clarkiara. Really pretty orchid, just one of my personal ones. I kind of hang stuff just wherever, just to kind of as like showpieces or whatever you want to call it. Lots of cool house plants. Got our little bar set up. And people really just enjoy coming back here and seeing all the birds, listening to the radio, and it's just so warm and tropical and humid in here. Just a really fun place to come check out. And then out front of the main greenhouse, we're getting ready to fill up all of these benches. This is where we have all the annuals, all our petunias, all that type flowery stuff. Got our little fire pit area out here, and just some of the chimeneas and pottery. Going to get some more pottery, I think, on Friday. The Carolina jasmine is blooming, and spring, you can smell that down that little hallway there. It just smells like spring, and I love it. A lot of different fountains we've brought in. We got a couple new ones in not too long ago, and just more pottery, some kind of little whimsical things to put out in the yard. And got a lot of shipments coming in the beginning of spring. More pottery, and I think another fountain order. All kinds of cool stuff coming. Then we'll go inside the retail store here. Lots of indoor pots and terrariums, candles, smaller bags of potting soil, bird seed, all of our organic fertilizer. That's your worm castings, Cole's bird seed, just garden tools, stuff like that. Then of course all of our spoma stuff that we use and sell. And we just got in all of our bulbs. So a lot of your onion sets, and then you got some canna lilies down here. Elephant ears came in, which I'm really excited about. We've got the diamond head, which is the really black colocasia, the mojito, which is the one splashed with purple. I haven't even looked up here yet. More cannas, different elephant ears. Oh, cool. We got that white lava one in. I got to steal one of those before they all get sold out. And lots of other bulb type flowers. And this one just caught my eye. I just saw this for myself. Hawaiian punch. That's cool. Got really different multicolored stems. So I'm gonna have to get in here and steal some stuff before it gets all sold out. Lots of indoor pots, orchid pots, sunscreen, all kinds of cool stuff. Right, Cam?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Cam's on the phone. Sorry, Cam. All right, so now we'll walk into our main greenhouse. This was one of the first one that we built, and the girls do a fantastic job keeping this place nice and neat and clean. Got all kind of house plants in here, as well as plants for your porch, and then some even for outdoors, especially coming up soon. Now a lot of this stuff y'all are seeing for the first time along with me, because I was in the mountains this past weekend when a lot of this stuff came in. Got some cool Haworthia that's blooming right here. Man, they got all kinds of new stuff. I've never even seen this before. A Madagascar palm. How cool is that, dude? A lot of jade plants. We overwintered some of our citrus in the back of the greenhouse. It's all in full bloom, as you can see. And I did see this before I left. Check out these cool living stones. So these are the lithops, and they're splitting and becoming bigger. Really neat little plant. Doesn't like a lot of water at all. We've got some ferns in here. The girls got some seeds started. These are probably, these are all our tomato seeds. So they should be sprouting up here any day. Got some, looks like some peppers coming up. So we'll take these and transplant them into the packs and then have them for sale. Here's that really cool red leaf banana. Got some crown of thorns, some cordyline. This makes great accents in planters. Got a couple more fountains in here. Really just adds a bunch to the whole ambience of inside this greenhouse, and helps with the humidity as well. Nice and warm and humid in here. Got some money trees in, some more blue star ferns. I like those. Some zebra plants that are blooming. Just all kinds of stuff. It would take me forever if I went through here and showed you guys every single plant. Lots of ferns. Looks like they got some new orchids in, some dendrobiums. We've got all types of anthuriums. Love these right here, the red blooms on them. Those are really pretty. Make a great house plant and gift too. Tons of hanging baskets. Lots of philodendrons. This is a really cool, been a popular aglaonema. Got tons and tons of pink to the leaf. So if you're a pink person, that one will be your plant. And it looks like we got some more African violets in recently. I have not seen these yet. So they got a couple different shelves of those. We've got some Venus flytraps here that are actually in bloom right now, so that's kind of cool. And then these are those little sundews that people were saying do really well with the fruit flies. See how close I can get without getting my camera sticky. But all those little dewdrops there are sticky, and the gnats stick to them, and then the plant eats that for its food. So 2 for 1. Get rid of your fruit flies, and you don't have to buy fertilizer either. Really cool little plant. They've actually got little blooms on them as well. Got some pitcher plants too. So lots of different carnivorous. I can't say that word today. Lots of different carnivorous plants. Some ficus trees, some dracaena, fiddle leaf figs. This is a Norfolk Island pine, probably about 15 footer. Lots of dracaena. There's tons and tons of house plants. Oh, and they got some staghorn ferns in too. Micans philodendron, some lady ferns, lots of different little terrarium plants too. So if you want to build a terrarium, you could just pick one out inside and then come out here and pick out your plants to go in it. I do remember them saying we got a lot of calatheas in, and they certainly did. The rattlesnake calathea is always a popular one. And they've got, I don't know how many different varieties of your prayer plants or calatheas out here. Really cool looking leaves on them. Some ZZ plants, and oh crap, check this out. This is a neat bromeliad. Looks like that's on fire. That is the brightest red I think I've ever seen on a bromeliad. I can't even, I'm not going to try to pronounce the name on it, but really neat one. That's a cool one too. Man, I've got to come back here and go through all this new stuff. It's pretty amazing. But that's this greenhouse here. It is absolutely, see if I can hold the camera up. It is absolutely loaded down right now, you guys. So there you go, folks. That's our spring tour here at Grassroots Nursery. We're in Graniteville, South Carolina, which is in between Aiken, South Carolina, and Augusta, Georgia. Right off exit 11, a half mile towards Graniteville. Can't miss us. So again, if you're in driving distance, we'd love for you to drop by and just walk around and say hey. If not, now's a great time to hit that like and subscribe and the little notification bell, because as I said earlier, we're going to have a ton of gardening content coming up this spring, and so wouldn't want for you to miss it. So if you find any of this information useful or just want to hang out with us, click that link down there below. If not, remember, the more you know, the more you grow. See you on the next video, y'all. Bye.